This is the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast. We have assembled the world's finest sports and trivia dorks to prove once and for all that we are just as bad at this as we were at sports.
Hello, and welcome to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast, sports trivia for those of us who rode the pine, or elm, or oak, or corrugated steel, or whatever material the bench happened to be made of. Anyway, welcome to episode 332, which is a great formation to showcase an attacking midfielder in 9 versus 9 youth soccer, or the career home run totals of Moises Alou, Bobby Bonds, and to date Andrew McCutcheon. Anyway, I'm your host, Josh the Snyder, and today's game will be pitting the Benchwarmer team of David Lux and Eric Walling versus Benchwarmer Matt Takimoto and our returning player, Rowan, through trivia like ketchup goes through Heinz Ward. Welcome back to the bench, Rowan. Why don't you take a minute to remind us of where you're from, what teams and horses you root for, and anything else you'd like to share.
Hello. Thank you for having me back. My name is Rowan Ward. I'm still here in good old Chicago, Illinois. My primary sport is definitely horse racing. Breeders' Cup was less than a week before this taping, so my brain is still a little fried from that. Like, if there's such a thing as too much horse, Breeders' Cup might be that, but also it was great. There were some super cool races, as there always are. I'm still just absolutely chuffed about the Breeders' Cup turf in particular, because, like, Willie freaking Mullins, man. That dude rules. But yeah, no, horse racing, definitely my main sport. I also love me some professional wrestling. I don't know if I was back into professional wrestling yet the last time I was on this show, but I caught that bug for the first time in like 20 years in like late 2022. And I spend a lot of my time watching that as well. I love the muscle-bound soap opera. As far as teams, you know, I like the White Sox. I like the Duke Blue Devils. I grew up in North Carolina. I grew up in North Carolina, so you had to pick a side, and I picked the right side, you know?
David might have something to say about that, but... Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I've had plenty of some things said about that. My, 40-ish years of being a Duke fan. I'm used to it.
All right. Well, Tako, how you doing? Let us know what your and Rowan's team name is going to be tonight.
I'm doing well. I am pleased to be here. It's been a while since I played, so it's going to be fun to actually play some trivia for this evening. As Rowan was saying, they and I have a deep and abiding love for professional wrestling. And in particular, I think we really have an affinity for professional wrestling when it's the most drag show it can possibly be.
Yes.
And no one currently wrestling today exemplifies that more than Dalton Castle. And Dalton Castle, currently teaming with the Outrunners and making a run at the Ring of Honor Trios titles, is my favorite thing in professional wrestling right now.
It's so good.
It's so good. So in honor of Dalton Castle, we will be Peacock Power.
All right, we have Peacock Power. Walling, sup? How you doing?
I'm well. I'm more of a 4-1-2-1-2, like diamond midfield person, if we're talking soccer formations in youth soccer. That's what Nolan's team runs, as much as a 7-year-old soccer team can run a diamond midfield. I was aged significantly last weekend when I was visiting my family, and Wayne's World was on TV, and I tried to get my daughters to sit in and watch the Alice Cooper part, because I was like, look, just watch this part. It's great. And I mean, like, they just looked at me, didn't say anything, walked out of the room. And I was like, well, you guys, I haven't raised you well enough to appreciate this high level of comedy. But I sat and recited the whole movie to myself, and I was proud of me. So that's what's been going on in Walling World.
We are proud of you, too.
Thank you.
Lux, how's Tricks?
Tricks were okay. I think last time Rowan was on, I wasn't even a bench warmer yet. I had forgotten. I, of course, listened to those episodes. I'd forgotten Rowan was a Duke fan. I try to block those people at the door. So that didn't work out. And then we jump on, and before we started recording, Josh tells us that he didn't realize this was not Rowan's first appearance. And so, as people know, for people's first appearance, we do wheelhouse questions, which for Rowan means horses. So now I just feel like Duke fan, horses. I mean, this is gonna be rough. But we're gonna give it a go. Oh, and our team name. So what did we settle on? I forgot already.
So if you listen to the Patreon for November, you'll pick up on this joke a little bit. But if not, you may not realize that before your favorite Tony Danza baseball movie came out, there was a smaller indie version of it. And it was like an art house version, real slow, lots of melodic background music. But we decided to go with Cows in the Outfield is our team name.
Yes, narrated by Werner Herzog. It was an amazing movie. Okay, so we have Peacock Power and Cows in the Outfield. Let's kick it over to Benchwarmer Emeritus Dan for the rules.
The game will consist of 4 quarters of play, each with different trivia style. The styles of quarters 1 through 3 will change from show to show, and I will explain them as we go along. Like any good sporting event, we will have a halftime show after the second quarter with entertainment questions. And in the fourth quarter, our teams will wager from their points accumulated to see who are today's clipboard captains, to be honored like the true benchwarmers they are. All right, let's get this game underway.
Today's first quarter will be pre and post game.
Pre and post game. For this quarter, there will be 4 before and after style questions. For example, if I said, what all-time leader in receptions for the Indianapolis Colts was a Notre Dame safety drafted by the Minnesota Vikings, the answer would be Marvin Harrison Smith. Each question is worth 25 points.
So today's pre and post game is a nice centaur edition. I will ask you to imagine centaur hybrids between human athletes and famous horses. And just so you know, I'm going to refer to reverse centaurs. That's where the upper half is a horse and the lower half is a human, okay? That'll tell you in terms of the order of the pre and post game. Question number 1. Picture this reverse centaur with a gorgeous chestnut head with a white star and stripe. From the horse who shared Athlete of the Year with Babe Ruth in 1920, named for a Portuguese fighting ship or a jellyfish, with the churning torso and legs of the 1997 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, who is in the top 5 career rushing leaders for 2 teams in the same division.
We will check in.
Cows in the outfield, we'll check in. Peacock Power, take some time to talk it out.
Well, it's Man of War something, because 1920 was Man of War's 3-year-old year.
Right.
I'm trying to think of, like, first names that start with war, like Wardell.
Oh, I think this is Warwick Dunn.
Yes.
That's the timing on that feels right.
No, I agree. The timing on that feels right. He's definitely a 90s.
A late 90s icon.
Yes.
Okay, we will check in with Mana Warwick Dunn.
Okay. Over to you, Cows in the outfield.
Being a big Jellyfish Man, I got that first part. And then being as Warwick Dunn was the first jersey I ever owned, I got the second part. So we also went with Man o' Warwick Dunn.
Yes. Technically not a jellyfish. I know we might get some actuallys in there. Look it up in Wikipedia. I don't even know what it really is. But anyway, Man o' War did not run in the Kentucky Derby, but debuted instead at the Preakness. He won 20 of 21 races in his career. The only one he lost was to a colt named Upset.
Upset in the Sanford Stakes when he was 2.
And that's the flavor text I was hoping for, Rowan.
You didn't need to write flavor text. You just put Rowan on the spot and just,
Seriously.
Yeah.
All right, question number 2. Behold, the two-toned flowing locks of this 8-time Grand Slam winner, rippling in the wind, that is, before he shaved his head at age 25, along with the powerful withers and hindquarters of the horse named for hardtack crackers, who became a symbol of hope amid the Great Depression, beating the 1937 Triple Crown winner War Admiral at Pimlico by 2 lengths.
We're checked in.
Ooh. I think we're going to get a 3-2-1 on this one, guys. Go for it.
All right.
I'll count you down. 3, 2, 1.
Andre Agassi
Biscuit.
Andre Agassi Biscuit is correct. Both teams are getting points. Agassi actually wore a hairpiece for years to hide his balding, but it distracted him so much that he eventually shaved it all off. And Seabiscuit was Man o' War's grandson and nephew of War Admiral, though he was older.
And he also wore a hairpiece for much of his career.
I thought he wore a merkin.
So, Rowan, here's a real question. When's the last time a horse came and did anything remotely competitive that was not a descendant of some known horse?
I mean, all horses are descendants of known horses. I mean, my goodness, you go about 20 generations back and you're going to find potatoes in
I get
literally
it.
every horse's
I get it, but when you hear these things like everybody's a descendant of Secretariat or whatever, and they're all
Wait,
right.
when you say potatoes, do you mean the actual horse potatoes? Because there's
Yeah,
a whole
I mean
story.
like the one that becomes an internet meme sometimes with the right potatoes on the horse's stall, and the kid wrote POTOOOOOOOOO. That potatoes.
Great. I'm glad I didn't include that one later in the game because I was thinking about it. Internet meme. All right. Question number 3. This reverse centaur has the proud bearing befitting the oldest living Triple Crown winner and the lower body of a Gamecock alum, seldom used wide receiver for the Rams, Cardinals, Bengals, Panthers, Jags, and Giants, who made the Pro Bowl as a returner in 2017.
We will check in.
Cows in the Outfield has checked in. Peacock Power, take a minute or so to talk it out.
Okay, well, I think we're kind of stuck.
I mean, yeah, because the oldest living Triple Crown winner, there are only 2 living Triple Crown winners, and those are American Pharaoh and Justify. So it's
Right.
American Pharaoh, because American Pharaoh is 3 years older than Justify.
Right. And I am pretty sure there was a wide receiver named Pharaoh, but I can't place his last name. There's a Pharaoh Brown, but he's a tight end from Oregon, and that doesn't work. And there's a Pharaoh Sanders, but he's a jazz saxophonist, so that also doesn't work. Those are the only 2 Pharaohs I can think of currently.
That is 2 more Pharaohs than I can think of.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pull a last name on this.
Yeah, I'm not either because I don't watch football.
Yeah. So we're just gonna check in with American Pharaoh Sanders.
Okay. The little known 3rd or 4th Sanders brother. I'm not sure. I'm not counting.
Yep.
Okay. Back over to you, Cows in the Outfield.
Yeah, this is a bit of a shot in the dark. We came up with American Pharaoh, and then I was trying to think of somebody whose first name was Pharaoh, and there was a guy who made the Panthers sometime in that era, and his name was Pharaoh Cooper, I believe, but that could be off. But we checked in with American Pharaoh Cooper.
One team is receiving points. American Pharaoh Cooper is correct.
Good pull.
Well done.
Neither American Pharaoh, which is spelled Pharoah, nor Pharaoh Cooper, Pharoh, use the correct spelling of Pharaoh in their names, which ends with an AOH. But tight end Pharaoh Brown, as you mentioned, does. Pharaoh Cooper, though, does use the amazing social media handle of King Touchdown.
Oh, that's very good.
Nice.
I did not know that.
All right, question number 4. This centaur has the intelligent head and shooting form of the man who hit the championship-winning shot in the 1987 NCAA tournament, and the powerful legs and torso of the People's Horse, who overcame a fractured skull to win the 2004 Preakness Stakes by a record 11.5 lengths after winning the Derby, only to lose the Belmont in heartbreaking fashion.
We'll check in.
Cows in the Outfield has checked in. Feel free to talk it out. Peacock Power.
2004 Derby and Preakness is Smarty Jones, and he was the People's Horse.
Okay, so that is got to be Keith Smart then.
Yeah, the only sports baller I can think of with Smart is Rod Smart, but this is not a question about he hate me.
This is not a he hate me question. But yeah, Keith Smart, was it Indiana in that championship game? Went on to coach like the Warriors and Kings. But yeah, I think that's got to be it. So we'll check in with Keith Smarty Jones.
All right, back over to you, Cows in the Outfield.
Yeah, I went straight for Keith Smart. That was my super era, and Walling came with Smarty Jones. So we also checked in with Keith Smarty Jones, which is a great pre and post game, I think.
Both teams are getting points. Keith Smart has 2 kids. Smarty Jones has 413. Most of which have a name that is some take on Smarty Jones, but which do include the bangers, Booty Fox, Joe the Dude, Me, You, and Her, and Wow Thing. Unfortunately, I had to cut from this round Lil Sebastian Janikowski.
Oh,
That's a halftime pre and post.
yeah.
It is.
Just didn't fit in there, but I had to mention him anyway. After the first quarter, we have a score of Peacock Power with 75 points and Cows in the Outfield with 100 points.
We wanted to let you know that we are on Patreon if you'd be interested in supporting us financially. Your contributions will be used to help us cover the costs that it takes to bring you the high-quality sports trivia you have come to expect from us. There's also some great perks that come with the Patreon membership to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast, including bonus episodes and Benchwarmers swag. You can find us at patreon.com/benchwarmerstp. Thanks.
That brings us to today's second quarter. Today's second quarter will be the missing link.
The Missing Link. This quarter will consist of 5 questions with theme-linked answers. The teams will attempt to answer the questions and guess the theme. Each question is worth 20 points. If a team checks in first via chat to the host with the correct theme before the 5th question, they will earn 100 points. The other team can still earn 50 points with the correct theme guess. If neither team has checked in with the correct theme before the 5th question, each team can earn 50 points with the correct answer to the theme after the 5th question.
Smarty Jones, almost as many kids as Philip Rivers.
Almost.
I don't know what the stud fee on Philip Rivers is, but we'll have to see.
It's 3 for 18.
Okay. All right. Question number 1 in the missing link. This pitcher was named for the sitting president at the time of his birth. Playing his entire career for one team, he still holds the record for career home runs by a National League full-time pitcher with 35.
We'll check in.
Ooh. Peacock Power has checked in. Cows in the outfield, you feel free to talk it out.
Walling threw out Grover Cleveland. I think he was assuming you mean Grover Cleveland Alexander, but Grover
Right.
Cleveland Alexander bounced around. I don't think Grover Cleveland Alexander has come up on the podcast before. Did not play for just one team.
Okay.
So the person that occurred to me actually, who was a fairly prolific home run hitter for a pitcher, besides Shohei Ohtani, full-time pitcher, right? Is Warren Spahn. Warren Spahn pitched. Let's see, how old would Warren Spahn be, and would he have been born when Warren Harding was president? Is that possible? That could be totally wrong. I don't know why I went to Warren Spahn. Don Drysdale also hit a lot of home runs, and I think he pitched exclusively for the Dodgers. But there's been no president named Don.
The hell there hasn't, sir. At least not before.
Sorry. I'm in denial.
How about not before Don
Invented
Drysdale
the
was
time
born?
machine.
Yeah, that's right.
According to him, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful time machine.
I've been president the entire time since 1873.
I mean, Warren Spahn would have pitched mostly in the 40s into the 50s, and Warren Harding was president starting in 21, but died in office, right? So I think it could be Warren Spahn, actually. What do you think?
I'm not going to talk you out of it. So because I don't have a good answer or a way to tie a home run hitting pitcher to a rough presidential time frame. So I'm good with your guess.
Okay. This is old time baseball. This should be my thing. Okay. Warren Spahn for 100.
Okay, back over to you, Peacock Power.
We didn't overthink it. We barely thought it at all, and we just said the first thing that came to mind. So we checked in with Grover Cleveland Alexander.
Oh.
Yeah. That certainly didn't know whether he bounced around teams or not, but he's named after a president.
That
is true
enough
right
for
away.
us.
3 of us would have been right there.
One team is getting points. The answer is Warren Spahn.
Shoo.
The only thing I know about Warren Spahn is spawn insane and pray for rain.
You're not wrong.
All right. Well, anyway, Spahn, as I know, averaged exactly 1 hit as a batter per win, both with 363. His high kick motion enabled him, as a lefty, to hold runners at first, as they couldn't tell whether he was about to pitch or throw to first. He was named for Warren G. Harding. Sorry, had to regulate.
Nice.
So our first answer in the missing link is Warren Spahn. I'm going to the next question. The third of 4 NHL playing brothers, and the only one still playing, this center for the Penguins and Hurricanes is the youngest to score a hat trick in NHL history. He had the chance to play with older brothers Eric and Mark, after having eliminated them from the playoffs on the way to the Cup, which may have taken a little air out of the experience.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Eric, what's up?
Not much, man. Everything good with you?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Good. We're here. We just whenever you're ready, we're gonna check in.
All right, let's do it.
All right, cool.
Over to you, Peacock Power.
Okay, so this is the Stahl brothers, and I can never remember which is which. So I'm glad Eric and Mark are in the question because that takes half of them out. So it's down to Jordan or Jared, and I'm looking at that word "air" in the question being capitalized.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only thing I noticed, so it's probably Jordan something.
I would think it's going to be Jordan Stahl.
I like it.
We'll check that in.
All right, Cows in the outfield. Over to you.
Yeah, Jordan Stahl, Hurricane. Should get that one. If I get any hockey questions, it's going to be Carolina Hurricanes. So Jordan Stahl, and yeah, the air clue helped.
Both teams getting points. Yes, it is Jordan Stahl. Stahl has 3 hat tricks in his career, the third coming in 2022. And at 13 years and 142 days since his last regular season hat trick against the Red Wings in 2008, 98 days, it's the longest time between 2 regular season hat tricks for any player in NHL history. He was stalling the whole time.
Oh, boy.
Our first 2 answers in the missing link are Warren Spahn and Jordan Stahl. All right, on to question number 3. Name the quarterback with the following career stat line for passing yards and touchdowns. 2020, 2,688 yards, 13 touchdowns. 2021, 4,611 yards, 34 touchdowns. 2022, 4,475 yards, 35 touchdowns. 2023, 2,309 yards, 15 touchdowns. 2024, 4,918 yards and 43 touchdowns. And 2025, 189 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Hey, Josh.
Hey.
Anything changed since last time we chatted?
No, it's,
Say hi to your mother for me.
Word to your mother.
We're checking in.
All right. Cows in the outfield is checked in. Peacock Power. Flash those peacock feathers and tell us what you got.
We got to start checking in faster, otherwise this is going to be a 90-minute episode of small talk between Walling and Josh. This screams Joe Burrow to me. He's been out most of this season, hurt. 2020 was definitely his rookie year. He was hurt in 23, had massive years the other years. I think this has got to be Joe Burrow.
Yep, that tracks. I'm happy with that. We can go with Joe Burrow.
All right, let's check in Joe Burrow.
Okay, over to you, Cows.
Yeah, the 189 yards and 2 touchdowns really kind of gave it away for me. That was week 1 when he ruined at least one of my fantasy leagues. And Lamar was also out after week 1, but threw for 4 touchdowns last week, so that kind of rules him out. So we went with maybe soon to be Broadway Joe Burrow.
Both teams receiving points, yes. Burrow, who is rehabbing from a turf toe injury, planned to buy a $3 million replica of the Batmobile, but changed his mind after his home was burglarized in 2024. Apparently, Alfred was not doing his part to upkeep security on the Batcave. Okay, I'll pause here. Our answers in the missing links so far are Warren Spahn, Jordan Stahl, and Joe Burrow.
I think you give us a lot of time, and we're not going to do very well. So you might as well just keep on going.
Moving on to question number 4. This player, known for his impressive vertical leap, played for an inspirational coach in college for the 2 years following that team's underdog title run, then upset his NBA teammate in the slam dunk contest as a rookie.
We will check in.
All right. Cows in the outfield has checked in. Peacock Power, over to you. Feel free to talk it out.
Here's kind of what I'm thinking. Impressive vertical leap, slam dunk contest as a rookie. This feels like Spud Webb to me, and I'm pretty sure he went to NC State and would have played for Jim Valvano.
That would be an inspirational coach, and
yeah,
and he'd need to have an impressive vertical leap. I know he won the dunk contest. Didn't realize he did it as a rookie, but it certainly would have been an upset.
yeah. Yeah, so I think I'm fairly confident this is Spudweb.
Let's go for it.
All right, we will check in with Anthony Spudweb.
Okay. Back over to you, Cows in the outfield.
Yeah, all the same reasons. We also checked in with Spud Webb, and he upset Neek in his first Dominique Wilkinson, the first competition, first slam dunk. Yep.
Spud Webb is right. Both teams receiving points. Webb received his nickname when he was a newborn baby in the hospital, and a visitor remarked to his parents that his round head resembled the Sputnik satellite. By the time he was brought home from the hospital, Sputnik had been shortened to Spud. Can you imagine Sputnik Webb? I mean, that would have been great.
That would have been great. I agree.
I thought you were about to say he looked like a potato as a baby, but that's so much better.
All babies look like potatoes.
He looked like the horse potatoes. All right, and I'll pause here for station identification, which is nothing, and for anybody to put in their guesses here.
Warren Spahn, Spud Webb, Jordan Stahl, and why am I blanking on who the fourth one was? Oh, and now you passed. Thank you.
Joe Burrow.
Joseph Gamaliel Burrow.
Mr. Walling, are you ready? Do you want to stall or do you want to wait for the fifth quote unquote giveaway?
Oh boy.
I'll wait for the giveaway.
Okay.
The fifth and final question in the missing link. The team that counts both J. Cole and Eric Church as minority owners refers to its home arena and its collective fan base with this term. The mentality engendered by this term has not led to a playoff success, as the franchise is 29th among current teams in playoff wins, all but 3 of which were unearned by their current iteration.
We are checking in.
Ooh, Peacock Power has checked in. Y'all cows in the outfield, feel free to moo it out for a little bit.
Oh.
Wait. What are you looking for? The name of the team. The team, right?
That sounded pretty good, actually, as a moo.
Right, 29th
For the
among
name
current
of
teams. The name of the
arena?
franchise. What are you looking for? The team. It says the team that counts. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, refers to its home arena and its collective fan base with this term.
The Hive or something along those lines. It's got to be the Hive. This can't be the Beehive. That would be a little too descriptive and thereby rule out the Hornets. I guess it could be. That's a dumb franchise. They could call themselves the Beehive.
Well, I mean, why would you? The Hive, right? I mean, the Hive makes sense.
Right.
Okay, well, it's definitely the Hornets. We know that, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the home, they play in the Spectrum something. It's a Time Warner. Blah blah blah. It's the Hive. It's got to be the Hive.
Okay. All right.
Okay. We'll check in with the Hive.
Cows in the outfield has checked in. Peacock Power, what do you got?
Yeah, I knew J. Cole and Eric Church owned pieces of the Hornets and figured it had to be the Hive. So we checked in with the Hive.
Both teams getting points. Yes. The Charlotte Bobcats / Hornets have made the playoffs 3 times since their refounding, getting swept twice and losing in 7 games to the Heat in 2016. The persistent name of Hornets associated with the city goes back to its Revolutionary War history when British General Cornwallis referred to the city of Charlotte as a hornet's nest. I had some giant cicada killer wasps burrowing into my lawn this summer, and much like the Charlotte Hornets in their heyday, they were terrifying, but ultimately, like the Charlotte Hornets, they were fairly harmless and went away after a few weeks. So, here we go. After 5 questions in the missing link, our answers are Warren Spahn, Jordan Stahl, Joe Burrow, Spud Webb, and The Hive. Peacock Power has submitted a correct missing link.
Oh, no.
Cows in the outfield, you are in the spotlight. Go for it.
So, Hive, Spud Webb, Warren Spahn, Joe Burrow. And what's the now I've forgotten a different one. I can only remember 4 things at a time, apparently. Warren Spahn, Jordan Stahl. Okay, what are the chances this is a horse reference?
Probably pretty high. But or it's something about first person shooters where you stall, you spawn, you spud.
That's not terrible. I've heard worse.
I was thinking these maybe all were madams, but I don't know if there's a madam hive. There's a madam web. So it works for exactly one clue.
Do horses get hives?
I don't know.
How many madams do you know, Eric? Or maybe don't answer that question.
I'm not willing to go on record with an answer, Josh.
Plead the fifth. Plead the fifth.
Can neither confirm nor deny that I know more than one.
I will say this: I have seen horses get hives, and it's really freaking weird looking.
That's gotta be. They just
You're
have
not
horse
helping here,
Benadryl
Rowan.
for that.
Ron, I don't know if you're trying to be sympathetic or helpful, but neither is working. We're suffering hard here. I can't. I've got so little hive. Hive is supposed to be the giveaway clue. What could hive possibly be? Let's start with that. I mean, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody named Hive, right? Do you know anybody named Hive?
Again, not willing to go on record. Similar to the Madam Hive. I am beyond stumped on this one.
Yeah, please cut all this out. This is embarrassing.
Don't leave it.
No,
all
leave
in.
every second in.
Yeah,
This Madam stuff is top-notch comedy. I gotta keep it in my sizzle reel.
Oh, more ASMR noises.
I know.
Goodness gracious.
I'm just trying to keep the fans what they want. Give the fans what they want.
I'm going to say one more minute here.
Bone dry on ideas here.
Oh, wait a minute. Spider web beehive. Does that help at all? Something burrow? Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Spawn. What would be a spawn?
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, just pull the plug, Doc.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
These are all Seinfeld characters.
Related to comic books. Spawn
There you
web.
go.
Okay. We something having to do with spiders. Check that in. We give up.
We Ray guy, really.
Yeah. Ray guy. Yep. We're done. Pull the plug.
Okay. Well, whatever that was. Back over to you, Peacock Power.
You were right there, and then you took a left turn at Albuquerque.
If you
Because
had kept
after-
going for the 4 minutes that Josh Snyder gave you to give 1 minute, I think you might have got there.
Because after 3 of them, I was half joking, and I'm like, a rabbit lives in a warren, a horse lives in a stall, prairie dogs, groundhogs, whatever, live in a burrow. So we locked in with places animals live. And
Wait,
then
why did
web
you
and
give me the
hive.
beep 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 when I started down that path?
Because it was a backup truck, dude. It wasn't the beep, beep, beep of you're about to be on mic.
We thought you were coding us.
Oh
No.
man, yeah. I thought you were telling us to just give up because we were.
I would have said beep at that point.
I thought we were flatlining. Oh man, I was there.
You
No,
miss.
you were.
You misunderstood
were about
my.
to back right
Oh,
into it.
that's really
What's
upsetting.
his name? Michael, the guy who did all
Oh,
the
right, a hive,
sound
because,
things.
and that is
yeah.
the giveaway.
Michael
a
Winslow?
beehive. I just
Yeah,
said a
Michael
beehive,
Winslow.
a spider web. I don't know why. I don't know why I stopped. And of course,
I don't know why you stopped. Nobody knows why you stopped, David.
Because you got to spawn, and then when you should have gone to Warren.
Yeah, I should
That
have
was
gone
your
to
left
Warren.
turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah.
or even burrow.
I think you went to comics because of Spawn. I'm not really sure what you did
No,
there.
I shouldn't have. I should have just
Image.
kept thinking. I was. Damn it. All right. Oh well. I don't deserve that.
All right. Well, one team receiving points, and that means after the second quarter, we have a comeback. Now it's a domination. Peacock Power with 275, and Cows in the outfield with 200, and that will bring us to halftime.
It is now time for the halftime show. There will be 3 entertainment questions. Each question is worth 25 points.
For today's halftime, we'll be horsing around with equines off the track. I will ask you questions about famous fictional equines coming into contact with real, actual athletes. All you have to do is tell me which athlete I'm talking about.
Oh, cool.
Question 1. In BoJack Horseman, what famous 70s athlete and BoJack's idol has to face allegations that he bet on his own sport, leading to a lifetime ban from competition?
We'll check in.
Cows in the outfield has checked in. Peacock Power, squawk it out.
I'm almost positive this is Secretariat.
You know, now that you say that, I'm pretty sure I've heard that somewhere. I may be a horse person, but I've never seen BoJack Horseman.
It's
But
been
now
a
that
while since I watched it, but I'm pretty sure it's Secretariat.
you say that, I'm pretty sure I've heard someone talk about Secretariat being BoJack Horseman's idol. Secretariat was certainly a star athlete of the 70s, so I like it. Let's check it in.
Unconfirmed that he actually bet on horse racing, but he's we can't ask him anymore because he's dead in a horse. So we'll check in
It
with
would be rude not to bet on Secretariat, really.
fair. We'll check in with Secretariat.
Okay. Back over to you, cows.
Yeah, I've similarly remember that Secretariat was BoJack's idol, so we also checked in with Secretariat.
Both teams receiving points. Secretariat is the answer. In the BoJack verse, as usual, things take a dark turn as Secretariat avoids the draft by making a deal with President Nixon to send his brother Jeffretariat instead to the Vietnam War.
I was trying to remember what his brother's name was.
It only gets darker from there, which is why I can never get into that show.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember how he ends it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking up Secretariat's real siblings just to see if there's anybody with anywhere near as good of a name. And no, Jeffretariat is so much better name than any of Secretariat's real siblings.
Jeffretariat is genius.
That's incredible.
All right. Question number 2. In the 1963 episode, Leo DeRocher meets Mr. Ed. Who does Mr. Ed hit an apparent first pitch home run off of, sliding into home, prompting DeRocher to remark, "You know, that's the smartest horse I ever saw," before Wilbur Post responds, "He's not so smart, he forgot to touch second base."
We will check in.
And again, the cows are checking in, mooing all the time, flapping that tail. Over to you, peacocks.
The only thing I know about Mr. Ed is that the horse who played Mr. Ed is named Bamboo Harvester.
That's such a good fact. I mean, I don't think it can be anybody else but Sandy Koufax.
Yeah, I
Like
was about to say
in this era.
Sandy Koufax was the only name I was coming up with as well. Like that would be good TV, that would be funny TV, and that would be worth remembering.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got. So let's not overthink it and just check in Sandy Koufax.
Over to you, cows, in the outfield.
Yeah, it's Sandy Koufax. Don't make me say anything about Jewish Sports Quarterly. It's too obvious.
I kicked it to you for a reason, David.
That's right. Of course.
I mean, it's not as if he doesn't come up all the time, but he
Yeah.
did come up in our bonus that we just recorded before this.
That's true.
But yes, it is Sandy Koufax. Filmed in June 1963, amid what would be the pinnacle of Koufax's career, as he won the Cy Young unanimously, when only one was given for both leagues, the MVP and the World Series MVP. The strike zone had been expanded prior to this season, but Koufax failed in throwing a curve to Mr. Ed, whose non-traditional bat-in-the-mouth stance and wide gait allowed him to pull the ball and go oppo on Koufax.
There's no rule that says a horse can't play.
And you have to watch this because just check the YouTube clip. Just the horse sliding into home, like directly all the way from third into home when there's no need, is just one of the greatest clips of all time. Question number 3. In the 1976 Disney classic Gus, about a field goal kicking mule, what NFL Hall of Famer plays the jealous rival to Gus, eventually getting kicked by the mule across the field? This wasn't even his most famous sports movie role of that year. In another film he didn't even get to act in, his part was played by a bull mastiff.
I thought his rival would have been Dominic.
Nice.
The Italian Christmas donkey?
Zombie, yes.
Dominic the donkey is unrivaled.
I made the mistake of introducing my children to that last year, and it is
Big
a
mistake.
heavy rotation.
I can't see the word Brooklyn and not read it Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Brooklyn, no.
Now, I'm just thinking of like, they don't have it really anymore, but up until about maybe 8 or 10 years ago, during some of the California fair races during the summer, they would have mule races. So the first race or two of the day wouldn't be horses, they'd be mules. And I would be transfixed because their ears. we need more mule racing because mule racing is awesome.
We do. And maybe Dominic was one of Gus's ancestors.
We'll check in.
Cows in the outfield has checked in. Peacock Power, use your power, talk it out.
So I have not seen Gus, the field goal kicking mule.
No.
So I'm trying to think of what would be a rival. I think you're right that it's probably another kicker.
Yeah, and
And-
the only person who did any kind of kicking of footballs that I could dredge out of my head, because like I've said probably several times already, not a football person. I don't watch football. But the one name of someone who did any kicking in the 70s I know is Garo Yepremian.
I don't hate that answer. Like, he's definitely a name from the 70s. He was the Dolphins kicker through the 70s. Would be a name because he was on that 75 Dolphins team. I don't know for sure if he's an NFL Hall of Famer, but that's all we got. So I think we're checking in Garo Yepremian.
Back over to Cows in the outfield.
So I did see Gus, and I'm pretty sure I saw Gus in the theaters. If I didn't, it was like Disney Sunday movie, whatever. And it's one of these many Disney movies that had Tim Conway in it and many others. And I remembered that Dick Butkus was in the movie. And then I was like, wait, this doesn't make any sense. I can't think of any other Dick Butkus movies until I remember that Rocky Balboa's dog was a bull mastiff and his name was Butkus.
Oh.
So this is absolutely a Josh Snyder question. And the answer is Dick Butkus. It has to be.
I've never seen Rocky
Very
either.
good.
What?
So-
Okay, don't
Very
let me
good.
let me a little hint, Rowan. Don't bother seeing Gus. But you should see Rocky.
Agreed. One team is getting points. And the answer is Butkus, as Rocky calls him, Dick Butkus. Yes, Butkus is Rocky's dog, even though he has an Eagles jersey, which is just weird because Butkus only played for the Bears in Rocky 2. Other films for Dick Butkus, the football player, include Mother Jugs and Speed, Johnny Dangerously, and Gremlins 2, The New Batch. As for the dog, who was actually Stallone's dog, Butkus, that was his name. He had to sell him for $40 prior to the success of Rocky just to get food. And then he had to buy the dog back from an owner who was really taking advantage of him for $15,000.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Anyway, so yeah, that's it for Gus and for Butkus, and there we go.
Yeah, I don't know Johnny Dangerously. I only know Paul E. Dangerously.
Oh, but yeah, equally valid. But yeah, once again, Johnny Dangerously was worth a watch. I think
It's actually not bad. It's super slapstick.
Yeah. That was like Joe
Is
Piscopo,
that
Michael
the
Keaton.
Rowan Atkinson vehicle?
No, it's
it's
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton and Joe Piscopo, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
All right, so after halftime, the lead has narrowed slightly. Peacock Power at 325, Cows in the outfield in 275, and that brings us to the third quarter, which will be Lucky Sevens.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Lucky 7. For this quarter, there will be 3 lists containing 7 items. The team that is trailing coming into the quarter will choose the first list and attempt to identify the items on this list one at a time. If the team has an incorrect guess, the other team can attempt to finish that list out. The team leading at the beginning of the quarter will select the second list, and whichever team is trailing after the first 2 lists will get the third list. Each item is worth 10 points.
Oh, Rowan Atkinson is Johnny English. That's right.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so for the third quarter, it will be Lucky Sevens. You know who's lucky? Horsies.
Oh no.
Horseshoes!
Horsies like to run fast. They like to win triple crowns and like to win medals doing horsey things. So your 3 lists to choose from, and this will be Cows in the Outfield's choice for the first list, are for your Lucky Sevens are, number 1, 1,000-yard rushing duos. You'll have to give me the 7 pairs of NFL teammates who rushed for 1,000 yards in the same season. Running horsies, huh? Your second list is the last 7 Triple Crown winners in baseball, in hitting or pitching. That would be for pitching, again, the wins, ERAs, and strikeouts, or for hitting, home runs, RBIs, and batting average. And the third list is the 7 current nations with the most total medals in equestrian events in the history of the Olympics, the modern Olympics.
My God.
And that's why I saved this for the third quarter. By the way, I thought about including NHL player Trevor Zegras in the second quarter because animals do sleep in seagrass.
Okay.
Horses love to sleep in seagrass.
Okay, back to the third quarter, though. We're on these lists. So, cows in the outfield, it's your choice. Again, it's the 1,000-yard rushing duos, the Triple Crown winners in baseball and hitting or pitching, or the 7 current nations with the most total medals in equestrian events in the history of the Olympics. That's current nations.
Okay, I'm going to take a leap of faith, Walling, and say that the intersection of our strengths, we should take the baseball question.
Well, that's exactly what I typed in the chat to you. So
Oh,
yes.
okay.
But yeah, let's do baseball.
Okay.
All right, well, Cows in the Outfield has chosen the last 7 Triple Crown winners in baseball, in hitting or pitching. That is a combined list. So take your time and think about your list, and then when you're ready, check it in.
Wait, how many did we have on the first list? 1, 2, 3,
It's
4,
6 on the
5,
first.
6 on the first. So then I bet it's one of those last 2.
Yeah. Oh, well, I got one. Here. Heads will be the first one. Tails will be the second one.
Okay.
Just so happen to have a coin.
Okay.
I flipped it way too far away. So excuse me while I go look at this.
That's awesome.
Tails.
So that's the second guy. That's my guy, right?
Yep, that's your
Okay.
guy.
All right. So I guess we'll check in.
Cows in the Outfield is checked in. Feel free to give me your list whenever you are ready.
Okay. So go ahead. Go ahead, Wally.
Yeah, most recently, Tariq or Tarek or whatever the guy's name is that flips houses in LA. Scooble.
Tarek Skubal, 2024 in the AL Tigers with 18 wins, 2.39 ERA, and 228 strikeouts is correct.
Chris Sale.
Also in 2024 in the National League for the Braves, Chris Sale with 18 wins, 2.38 ERA, and 225 strikeouts is correct.
Shane, don't call me Justin Bieber.
Shane, don't call me Justin Bieber, now pitching for the Blue Jays. Back then in 2020, pitching for Cleveland with, in the short season because of COVID, 8 wins, 1.63 ERA, and 122 strikeouts is correct.
A couple of legends coming up here. Yeah, 3 legends, I think. Justin Verlander.
Justin Verlander is on the list. 2011 in the AL with the Tigers with 24 wins, 2.40 ERA, and 250 strikeouts.
Yeah, really, these are 2 guys that live in places that we don't love baseball teams from. So the other would be Clayton Kershaw.
Clayton Kershaw, 2011 in the NL for the Dodgers, 21 wins, 2.28 ERA, and 248 strikeouts is correct. He's on the list.
Miggy Cabrera.
Miguel Cabrera with the AL batting Triple Crown, 44 home runs, 139 RBIs, and a .330 batting average for the Tigers in 2012 is correct. There's one person left on the list.
And it does not go as far back as, 1967. We think this is, as David said, is the name of his band, Six Pitchers and Miguel. We were torn between 2 answers, but we let a coin that I flipped way too far away decide, and we ended up with Jake Peavy.
And Jake Peavy is the 7th answer.
Oh, hey, go
yeah.
coin.
Oh, coin.
2007, I think.
Correct. 2007 for the Padres, 19 wins, 2.54 ERA, and 240 Ks. You have run the list. 8th on the list would be Johan Santana, 2006 for the Twins.
Okay, all right.
9th would have been Randy Johnson, 2002 for
yep.
the D-backs, and then Pedro in 99 for the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Nicely done, Cows in the Outfield. Okay, it is over to you, Peacock Power. Which of the last 2 lists would you like? The 7 current nations with the most total medals in equestrian events, or the 1,000-yard rushing duos?
I mean, is this even a discussion? Give us the horse.
Give us shiny objects for horse riding.
Horses and shiny objects.
Rowan, if you weren't on this game, there's no way this list would have been picked before the other one. But this is for you. 7 current nations with the most total medals. Feel free to go. And again, it's total medals, not golds.
All right, I think we're ready to start guessing horses. You know, it's a lot shakier than if this were something about horse racing, but I do have a general idea of at least some countries that come loaded with horses to the Olympics.
Fair enough.
And we are going to start with Team GB, Great Britain.
Great Britain is on the list. Absolutely, with 45 total medals in the Olympics.
Okay. Next, we'll go Germany.
Germany is on the list officially as Germany with 61 medals. If you include the United Team of Germany and West Germany, they're at 100 medals. Far and away,
That's a
number
lot of
one
medals.
on the list.
Shows you what I know. I would have guessed Great Britain was number one. And so
France.
France is on the list, tied with Great Britain at 45.
Next, we'll go the Netherlands.
Netherlands are on the list with 28 medals.
I think my gut putting that on the list is I know there's a Dutch warm blood who's a very popular horse breed for that kind of stuff. USA.
The USA is on the list with a total of 55 medals at number 2.
Okay, here's where things get less sure. We're going to go with Canada.
Unfortunately, Canada is not on the list.
Okay.
Yeah, that was definitely like a gulf of confidence. Like our first three were very
Yeah.
confident.
Then it was guess a country.
Pretty well done. So that's 5 total for 50 points. And over to you, Cows in the Outfield. If you'd like to try and finish off the list, there are 2 countries left.
All right, David. I picked up on a theme here, and it's rich white people countries. So let's try to stick with Switzerland.
it's got to be a country big enough to be. What was already on what were the 5 they said?
Germany, France, Great Britain, the United States, and the Netherlands.
I mean, Spain, Australia.
Spain popped into my head too. So you want to go? You want to try Spain? Let's try Spain.
Sure, Spain.
Okay, Spain.
Spain is not correct.
Oh well.
The other 2 countries were Sweden with 45 medals.
Rich white people country.
That's true.
Oh.
And Italy with 23 medals.
Rich whitish people
No,
country.
those were. I was not going to get to either of those.
Absolutely not.
No, we were guessing randomly.
Think about all the horse logos on all the sports cars.
There you go.
Oh, that's a fair point. Yeah.
So, after that question, I have Peacock Power at 375 and Cows in the Outfield with 345. So that does give Cows in the Outfield the choice at the third list, which is obviously the last
I
one.
mean, it doesn't give us a choice.
We'll check in.
Cows in the Outfield, feel free to start listing your list of the NFL players who rushed as teammates for 1,000 yards in the same season.
So Jacobson Ward.
Brandon Jacobs and Derek Ward. Brandon Jacobs in 2008 rushed for 1,089 yards and Derek Ward for 1,025 yards. That is correct. It's on the list.
Oregon legend Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams.
2009, the next year, the Carolina Panthers had Jonathan Stewart rush for 1133 and D'Angelo Williams for 1117. Very close. Might happen again this year in Carolina. You never know.
The next one is from my era, Mack and Biner.
In 1985, for the Cleveland Browns, Kevin Mack, the fullback, did indeed rush for 1,104 yards and Ernest Biner for 1,002 yards. That is correct. It's on the list.
Another one from my era, Franco Harris and Rocky Blyer.
Franco Harris rushed for 1128 and Rocky Blyer 1,036 yards in 1976. That's correct. It's on the list.
The next one was the quarterback breakthrough was Warwick Dunn and Michael Vick.
Yes, Mano work done. 1,140 yards, and Michael Vick ran for 1,039 yards in 2006 for the Atlanta Falcons. It is on the list.
He rushed for 1,100 yards and won by 10 furlongs.
That's right.
So let's see. Where was I on the list? I said Mack and Biner already. Harrison. Oh, Zonka and Mercury Morris.
Larry Zonka and Mercury Morris did indeed make this list. They were the inaugural members. Larry Zonka rushing for 1117 and Mercury Morris for exactly 1,000 yards in 1972 for the Dolphins. And there is one pair left to complete this list.
And I know it's the most recent. We talked about this one explicitly. Lamar Jackson and Mark Ingram.
My nearby neighbor, Lamar Jackson, ran for 1206 in 2019 and Mark Ingram 1018 in that same year. You have successfully completed the list. Congratulations.
Well
Yikes.
done.
Well, with that one, I got to say I had a major advantage. I told Eric I had looked this one up not that long ago. So this one was a real recency thing for me. I would have never come up with that list had I not just looked at it.
I had one of those.
I don't think it's the kind you would guess unless you looked it up. I mean, I would. Well,
Probably
I mean,
not.
Eric knew a few, but I literally looked this up for a question or something. I can't even remember. I think I may
And
have
it's
asked
a great list because
Yeah.
there's exactly seven
Exactly
members on it
7
right
of them.
now.
100%.
So maybe Rico Dowdle and Chubba Hubbard might do it this year. I don't know. You never know.
I was kind of amazed as we were going through this. I thought Gibbs and Montgomery would have been on there, but they're not yet.
Not at the same time.
It's really hard to do it now because they throw the ball too much.
Right.
Okay, so after the third quarter, we have a score of Cows in the outfield with 415 and Peacock Power with 375. And that will bring us to the fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter, known as Put Your Fours Up. This quarter consists of 4 categorized questions that teams will wager up to 100 points each, not to exceed their current point total.
Which you might think would be about more horses, right? No. Didn't want to beat a dead. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
I just smashed some pumpkins before they got real gross after Halloween. I know this game is going to be airing in early December, but so the theme today is the greatest. The categories for today, we're recording today on November 6th, 2025, are question 1, National Saxophone Day. Question 2, 11/6/69. Question 3, there we go.
Nice, Road.
Question 3, Big Train's birthday. And question 4, National Nacho Day. It is now time for the teams to place their wagers.
We'd like to take a minute to invite you to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at BenchwarmersTP. We also have a Facebook group for fans of the pod called The Bench. Join us there to comment on the latest episodes and share cool sports facts and trivia. If you'd be willing to rate and review us on iTunes or Stitcher, we'd greatly appreciate the support so that other people may find this podcast. Thanks.
Now that the wagers are in, on to the questions. Question number 1, National Saxophone Day. In the 1988 NLCS, between the Dodgers and the Mets, Game 5 at Shea Stadium opened with a rendition of the national anthem by renowned saxophonist Kenny G, who did a jazz instrumental version of the anthem that went on for 2 minutes. In an act of supreme irony, this did not sit well with which Dodgers second baseman, who shook his fist at Kenny G and was quoted after the game, a 5-3 Dodgers win, as saying, "It was the worst I've ever heard. The absolute worst. It was terrible. F***ing terrible. I'd like to meet him and say, 'Hi, Kenny G. You're brutal. He can't even play the anthem the way it was written. The guy doesn't even have a last name. Kenny G, H-I-J, like he's bigger than life.'"
We will check in.
Okay. Cows in the outfield has immediately checked in. Peacock Power, feel free to talk it out.
Yeah, in the act, because it says in an act of supreme irony, this can't be anybody but Steve Sachs.
Oh, yes. Yes. I love it.
That's gotta be. And you know what? The Dodgers deserved it. They deserved that rendition.
I mean,
They should have
was
Kenny
that
G
Steve-
play the anthem every time.
Was that Steve Sachs's run-in with the law? Did he lash out that badly at Kenny G?
Listen, music makes you lose control. The Black Eyed Peas said that.
And if the Black Eyed Peas said it, it has to be right.
It has
So
to
did
be
Fat
right.
Man Scoop.
All right. Yeah, I think we're checking in with Steve Sachs for 100 points.
Okay. Back over to you, Cows in the outfield.
Yeah, when you said the ironic part of the Kenny G, I could not think of a second baseman that would fit that clue better than Steve Sachs. So that's also what we checked in with for 100 points.
I might have carelessly whispered the answer to some of you guys.
Hey.
Yes. Both teams getting their 100 points. Steve Sachs is the answer. I just couldn't resist this one. Sachs would go on to sign up for a nuclear power plant softball team, but before he could play, he was erroneously charged with all the unsolved crimes in the town where the game was played, facing up to 6 consecutive life sentences in Springfield.
I
All
may
right.
not know baseball very well, but the Simpsons baseball song, that
Yes.
I know every word to.
Josh, a quick 30-second aside for you, and probably only for you, but my brother-in-law grew up and went to synagogue with Kenny G. And Kenny G, who, by the way, can circular breathe.
Gorelick, yeah.
He can circular breathe, so his Tekiah Gedolah was ridiculous. So I'll just leave that for all you like non-Jews to wonder what the hell we're talking about. But anyway, it is a true story. So
Show far, show good, David. We'll move on.
you.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Yes. Please cut that, whoever's editing. Not just the joke, but the whole show far story. Go ahead.
It's a
Sorry.
joke I make every.
Yes.
All right. Question number 2, 11/6/69. The sun shone on a fall morning, a few months before David Lux was born, during the first year of a new president's tenure. A major achievement took place in the progress of human technology when the Transcontinental Railroad was completed. Yes, I'm talking about November 6, 1869. On this day, the first college football game took place between two East Coast in-state rival schools, at least as they are now known. Playing under the London-based Football Association rules, which disallowed carrying or throwing the ball, it was essentially the first American intercollegiate soccer game. Though, because American football developed from rugby and association football rules, some also consider it the first intercollegiate American football game. Ask Andre Yosivas and Kyle Manungai what they think.
Yeah,
So your
okay.
question is, what two schools played this game?
Yep. We will check in.
Cows in the outfield is checked in. Peacock Power, feel free to talk it out.
I mean, I was in the process of typing. You said New Jersey first football game. I think it was Princeton and Rutgers.
Yeah, I think you're right. And Andre Iosivas, I'm pretty sure, went to Princeton and got drafted a couple years ago. I wrote a question involving that a little while ago. So yeah, we will check in Princeton and Rutgers for 69 points.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice and appropriate for this 11/6/69 question. Back over to you, Cows in the outfield. What do you have?
Yeah, Rutgers and Princeton. It's just one of those trivia questions that people like Rowan and Tako know. So, yes.
And David was there.
Yeah, that's right.
He was actually working the chains for that.
Lex on the chain.
Lex on the chain gang.
Bucks on the chain.
There we go. All right, that might be a late episode title entry. Princeton and Rutgers were, as they were known at that time, the College of New Jersey and Queens College. Rutgers won 6-4. Each goal was a game in and of itself, essentially. The game was played in front of approximately 100 spectators, and the players from Rutgers wore scarlet-colored turbans and handkerchiefs to distinguish themselves from the Princeton players, and the scarlet of the Rutgers Scarlet Knights came from this particular episode. So, things have changed, but not that much. And here we go. On to question number 3. Big Train's birthday. What does Walter Johnson still hold the career record for? With an impressive 110 over the course of his career. That's 20 ahead of second place aforementioned Grover Cleveland Alexander, and 47 ahead of the also aforementioned Warren Spahn, the closest pitcher who pitched entirely in the live ball era.
We'll check in again.
Cows in the outfield, mooing it in again. All right, over to you, Peacocks. Give me some impressive show of those feathers.
I have a pretty solid lean on this. I don't know, Rowan, where you're thinking.
No, I don't have a solid lead. I'm just trying to think of. But yeah, no, I'm curious to hear what you have to say.
Okay, I'm feeling pretty confident that this is the record for shutouts. I know that, like, back in the day, they would throw a ton of complete games. Grover Cleveland Alexander, I think, had 37 in a season or something.
Yeah, I was gonna throw out complete games or something that was floating them up through my mind, but those numbers did seem low.
Yeah, but the 110 feels low for that, so I think it's shutouts.
Yeah, and the idea of there being more shutouts before the live ball era. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, pitchers in the dead ball era could pitch forever because they were, I think, chain smoking on the mound. I think that's what gave them their power. So yeah, we'll check in shutouts for 100 points.
Okay. Over to you, Cows in the outfield.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to read a lot of stats, and all joking aside, this is one that hasn't changed since I was a kid. Probably when Walter Johnson set the record. And the amazing thing about this stat is with Kershaw retiring, I don't think there's an active pitcher that has more than 10. That's the stunning part. I'd have to look that up, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. So this record may never get broken unless they change the games to 3 innings or something. So anyway, yes, it's shutouts.
And both teams are receiving points. Yes, it is complete game shutouts or shutouts. Johnson, who was also mentioned during our Patreon bonus game.
It's true.
is one of the first 5 inducted into baseball's Hall of Fame. Is the only pitcher to win both 400 games and strike out 3,500 batters. He was a decent batter too, with a career average of 235, and his 547 career hits are the most by a full-time pitcher. He won the pitching Triple Crown 3 times, though only 1 time while riding a horse.
Nice.
Now I am sending vibes as to what National Nacho Day is going to be. I hope you're getting these vibes.
I'm not sure I am, Rowan. I don't know if I could change it at this point. It is what it is. Question number 4. On January 22nd of this year, in the third period of a game between the Oilers and the Capitals, someone threw an entire plate of nachos onto the ice for the first time in NHL history. They somehow landed right side up in front of a player who deftly skated around them and fired a one-timer past goalie Logan Thompson. This player may have been feeling mighty chippy, as he is the glass to both MLB Will Smith's Unbreakable, somehow playing for the losing side for 5 out of the last 6 Stanley Cup runners-up on 4 different teams. Who is this player who did win at least 1 Stanley Cup early in his career?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, I was hoping for a question about Nacho Correa, so that was not a question about Nacho Correa.
It's
Horse
just
trainer
Nacho
who
night.
just
I'm
ran-
sorry, Rowan.
Horse trainer who just ran his last ever horse at the Breeders' Cup this year.
Hey, Josh. I'll get right to the point. We're going to check in.
Woo.
Wow.
Okay. I was looking forward to a little more lighthearted talk there, Matt. I'm just a little let down.
I'm a man of action.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you are.
You didn't even bother with the small talk.
I mean,
man. What's
you
going on?
checked in on David last time, and I was kind of feeling a little bit of need, but, it's okay. Anyway, Peacock Powers checked in. Cows in the outfield, free for you to talk it out.
Yeah,
ahead, Mr.
I'm relatively sure that Corey Perry definitely has lost the last 2 finals because he was on the Edmonton team that beat Dallas, and then also lost the finals as a member of the Dallas Stars. So he's got to be up there for losing. And then I just through hearing about him, I guess, as the Stars and the Oilers were playing, about how he had lost a bunch of finals in a row or been in a bunch of finals in a row. I'm pretty sure that's it. I don't remember who he won with, but he's been around for forever.
He's got to be 40 years old because I've heard that name 100 times. So
Right.
But I don't remember the
He
the
could have won with
Nacho
like
incident.
the Kings or one of the California teams, I'm thinking, but I know for sure he's lost like 3 of the last 4 of the last 5. Like it's quite a bit.
It makes sense. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, we'll do it. Corey
Okay.
Perry for 100 points.
And over to you, Peacock Power.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's Corey Perry. I know he lost. I think he became the first player to lose 3 straight finals with 3 different teams. And he was with the Ducks for a long time, and I think he won when they won in like 07 or 08 or something, somewhere
So
in
he has
there.
been around for a long time.
He's quite old. So we are also checking in with Corey Perry for 100 points.
Not a lot of drama here in terms of our final answer, but yes, indeed, it is Corey Perry. Capitals coach Spencer Carberry later said he didn't notice the nachos and didn't know if he could challenge it. That's a first, Carberry said. We just talked about it in the coach's office. I don't think I've ever seen nachos on the ice during an NHL game. We were asking, did they save them? Maybe we could bring them in the locker room afterwards. Makes me wonder what they're feeding the Capitals when they go on the road. Maybe it's just trail mix made with OV Crunch cereal. And yes, you're right. Corey Perry, I believe, did lose the finals with, originally it was the Dallas Stars, then the Montreal Canadiens during the bubble, the Lightning, and then most recently with the Oilers twice. The game, unfortunately and sadly, and at this point, has come to an end. Here are the final scores. Peacock Power finishes with a manurable 744 points. And our clipboard captains of the game, who are receiving the coveted, and before you ask, this is a real name of a horse with lifetime earnings of about $40,000, Hoof-Hearted Award.
Absolutely familiar with Hoof-Hearted. I've heard of this horse.
With 815 points. Our cows in the outfield, who definitely, they've hoofed and they've hearted. Rowan, thanks for joining us. Is there anything you'd like to say before we call it a night here?
Thank you so much for having me. This was a lot of fun. And Matt, I'm sure your back hurts for carrying me through every question that wasn't a horse racing question. Thank you.
No, this
was great. Thank you so much for having me back here. I had a blast.
Over to you, Tako. Anything you want to share?
If hoof-hearted races, just say excuse me once they cross the finish line. That's all. It's just polite manners. That's all.
It was that other horse.
Sounds like a guy who's the principal of an elementary school who has to teach people what to do when hoof-hearted. That was a ton of fun. Rowan, thank you for coming on. It was great. I'd love for you to come on again, and I'll team with you. And that way, when we get the horse questions, I'll be in better hands. So
nice.
Better hooves? I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I mean, hands works. Horses are measured in hands.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's
there you
true.
go.
Good point. Good point. Yes, accidental puns. I'll take it.
Accidental horse puns.
As long as we've got the 14 hands on hand, I'm good. Walling, over to you.
Rowan, awesome meeting you. Thank you for coming on, and it was a great game. Josh, you wrote a great game. David, you're welcome. And what else? Most sports would be better if each team had to play with a cow for some portion of it.
Moving on from here, on behalf of David, Eric, Tako, and myself, we'd like to say thank you for... Wait, don't tell me. Oh, wrong podcast. Sorry. We'd like to say thank you for listening to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast, and until next time, we'll keep the bench warm for you.
That ball hit high and deep. Stretch! Get on back there. They look up. You can put it on the board. Yes!
Into deep left center for Mitchell, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
That great music you're listening to is by Justin Nozick. Thanks to him for producing that music for us. You've been listening to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast. Make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We are at BenchwarmersTP.